Hey, this is Ralphie Boy from Before the Beat, and I'm going to teach you today what it takes to produce that event here, globally, internationally, or right here in the heart of New York City. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to plan your event. You got to plan out your event. How do you plan out your event? Well, if they book you on a DJ gig, get all the information correct. Make sure that you know who you're playing for, the date, the time, the location. Understand easy access, if you can load in, where can you load out, how early can you get into the building, how late can you stay in the building, when can you come out. The duration of the event is very important. You gotta understand how long the event is. So if they want you to play for 5 hours and you're catering to about 300 or 400 people, then what you need to do is prepare the equipment and prepare everything else. All right, so this is the equipment I need to bring. It's gonna take me this long to set up. Do I have enough help? Is my vehicle big enough? Is the parking secure? Can they secure an area of parking for me? How many people do I have accessible on staff? There's many factors that you gotta go ahead and, put in place before you go ahead and do this event. So you got that. That's number one. Know the date, know the time, know how many people, where is it located, and access to, from, in, out, and how late. Also try to find out if there's any other things that you should know. Like, for example, how many exits are there? Is there another party going on in the same venue? Will there be a party going on after? Is there a party going on before? You need to know this so you can properly plan the load in, the load out, setting in, and striking the set, obviously, which means, you take everything apart. You gotta factor these things all in. Once you get all of those logistics in place, then you can put your event together correctly. Another thing you also want to find out is, what does the artist require? What is the writer? What is the backline? Is there any special needs? Is there a hospitality writer? Is there any way that they like to travel? Make sure you get all of that, correct. Make sure it's the right artist too, because believe it or not, there's a lot of artists out there that have the same name. So if it's MC Raul, and MC Raul is actually a reggae artist, and there's another MC Raul, but an MC Raul is a Spanish artist, you got to know the difference. So know who is there. Familiarize yourself with the music as well. Know the artist's music. You don't have to be a fan. You don't have to voice your opinions on whether you do or don't like the artist or whatever. Just do the gig. That's it. Do the gig. And know the gig. Know the tempo of the gig. Know the type of crowd that he or she attracts. Also know the bass of the music. If it's a bass heavy, song, if it's a vocal song, if it's an instrumental song, kind of like an unplugged version, understand. Speak to the artist's management team or their production team as well. Get a gist of what they expect from the gig and what should they expect from you. Professionalism is always key. Communication is always key. And if there's something that you see that may be, how would we say, that may be a little hiccup, like the load-in time, the this, the that, voice it. Let them know. But don't go ahead and say, no, we can't do that. That's not cool. That's not a way to start off. You want to go ahead and say, oh, I understand the needs for the artist wanting to do this. We may have a little bit of a conflict, or may I make another suggestion? This is what's going on, or may I feel free to add to that? There's other things that you can go ahead and say. Just make sure that you show them that you're doing things in best interest for the artist. That's very important. So those are the key factors right now in preparing for that gig, no matter where it is. And you heard it right here on Before the Beat. Hey, this is Ralphie Boy from Before the Beat, and if you like what you see, subscribe to my YouTube channel, all right? Tips, tricks, experiences for the DJs, artists, songwriters, and producers right here on beforethebeat.tv.